he's one of the beautiful people. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're taking a look at the life and career of Marilyn Manson. Brian Hugh Warner was born January 5, 1969, in Canton, Ohio. His difficult youth was impacted by the disconnection he felt from his family's religious background and the unusual sexual fetishes his grandfather observed. After his high school graduation, Warner's family relocated to Florida, where he studied journalism at a community college and wrote music pieces for a local magazine. During this time, Warner assumed the moniker Marilyn Manson by combining the name of starlet Marilyn Monroe with that of murderer Charles Manson. He also formed the band Marilyn Manson and the Spooky Kids with several musicians. They made a name for themselves in their hometown thanks to local radio support and shocking theatrical stage shows. The band soon signed to the label of Nine Inch Nails founder Trent Reznor, with whom they later went on the road. Their alternative metal debut, Portrait of an American Family, dropped in 1994 under the name Marilyn Manson. The ensuing tour attracted much attention. Manson received the title of Reverend from the Church of Satan, while the band's music and performances ignited criticism from religious organizations. Marilyn Manson's popularity exploded in 1995. The remix EP Smells Like Children charted within the Billboard 200 Top 40, and the music video for their Eurythmics cover became an MTV staple. However, the band achieved even more success with the first of their concept album trilogy, 1996's Antichrist Superstar. Despite violent lyrics and imagery, the rock opera reached Billboard's 3rd position thanks to The Beautiful People. The beautiful people, the beautiful people. The band brought the moody record to life with explicit theatrics via the widely protested Dead to the World tour. Manson and his band continued experimenting through the 90s by using drugs and by testing costumes and musical styles. As their popularity grew, so did the controversy surrounding them. Manson capitalized on this attention by gracing the cover of Rolling Stone and by releasing an autobiography which included details about the band's many lineup changes. Following an appearance in Lost Highway, Manson came out with the glam rock Mechanical Animals. That concept album bested its predecessor's performance by topping Billboard and by spawning a Grammy-nominated single. Despite the band's mainstream success, the subsequent tour was interrupted by the Columbine high school shootings in 1999. The media blamed aggressive songs for this tragedy and specifically singled out Manson for his influence. Manson responded to the charges multiple times. In 2000, he attacked media and American culture on Hollywood in the shadow of the Valley of Death. Though that industrial metal effort sold much slower than the other discs in his 3-part series. 2 years later, he addressed the issue again in Michael Moore's Bowling for Columbine.
If you were to talk directly to the kids at Columbine or the people in that community, what would you say to them if they were here right now?
I wouldn't say a single word to them. I would listen to what they have to say, and that's what no one did.
His efforts did little to dissuade critics, and his reportedly inappropriate behavior also got his name in the news. Musically, he was back at the top of the charts with 2003's The Golden Age of Grotesque. The industrial disc was followed by the top 10 greatest hits compilation, Lest We Forget, The Best Of. In 2007, the gothic rock album Eat Me, Drink Me reached the Billboard Top 10, and its first single was accompanied by a sexually charged music video. Don't break my heart. years later, the band went back to glam rock on the top 5 record, The High End of Low. In 2012, Born Villain was unveiled via Cooking Vinyl Records and Manson's label Hell Etc. Records. The album was promoted by a tour and was preceded by the release of a Shia LaBeouf-directed short film.
The wages of sin is death.
Aside from his own music, Manson has collaborated with several artists, both as a musician and as a producer. He also contributed to several soundtracks and made numerous movie appearances. Manson's romantic relationships have also received attention, including his links to Rose McGowan, Dita Von Teese, and Evan Rachel Wood. Thanks to his dark lyrics, graphic performances, and outspoken nature, Marilyn Manson's career has been steeped in controversy.
And this next song is for every priest that said you were going to hell!
However, the artist has also achieved success by pushing political, religious, and social boundaries. While he may or may not be the Antichrist superstar, Manson's music has proved to be hauntingly relevant.
I found that Marilyn Monroe and Charles Manson, about 5 years ago when I thought of this, were the two most memorable people from the 60s. I thought it was interesting that things like talk shows put them on the same kind of celebrity status. And I thought that dichotomy of positive and negative, putting those two names together, represented what I had to say and what I was about.